You count the medals, 1, 2, and 3. Life goes on, anything goes. Coming up, balls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you count your medals today? Yep.
2. Well, there's more, but I'll show them off once we get there.
Yep.
Taka
tora bata tato ba tato ba tato ba. Yep. Hello, everyone. We hope you're having a wonderful Sunday morning. Because work-related reasons. We're doing this in the morning, and it's a shiny new day where we're going back or forward, depending on how you look at it, to the Neo Heisei era, and we're going over one of the classics. That's right, for pseudo 40th anniversary season. It's the thing about having a season start in September, so it's not 100% clear whether the 2nd/7th season is the anniversary season, or the 3rd/8th season is the anniversary.
That's a very good question.
Yes. Yeah, because when it starts, because if the season starts in February like it used to, it's a lot less arbitrary, but here we are. Yeah, welcome to the Rider Time Archive here on the Morphin Network. Mike and Steve are at it again, and we're here to discuss a new season and one of our favorites, Kamen Rider O's, episodes 1 through 6. Yeah. And yes, we're doing 6 episodes for the first 12 episodes, so 2x6 instead of 3x4, because the place where episode 6 ends off with, it's like, no, we're not making this the middle of a podcast. We're making this the end of a podcast.
When you sent me the list of how we're doing this, I kind of scratched my head. I'm like, wait, we're doing this again? We're doing another 6 episode intervals? But if you actually,
remember,
again, I have not seen O's, and it was not fresh in my mind. But again, I was like, wow, if we had stopped at episode 4 or 5, that would have been just garbage. Because
or if the second installment ended with episode 8, it would be like, wait a minute, halfway in, we got this awesome episode, and then in the second half, it's like,
no, that's what I mean, because I kid you not, right where episode 5 left off, again, it's a 2-parter.
Yeah.
It we would have been like, oh yeah, you have to wait till next week. I'm like, no, we're not waiting till next week.
No,
that's garbage. We're not. No, this is pretty much like the end of the story of this story right here. So we have to.
Yeah.
So I was like, I get why we're doing it. I totally. I was like, oh wait, I thought that wrapped up earlier than that. No, it didn't. So.
Yeah. The beauty of WOs and Forza, and a little bit of Decade, but mostly these 3 seasons, is almost the entire season is just a series of 2-parters. So it's easier to break things down in certain places. Obviously, the movies and specials kind of make things dubious in certain places because generally speaking, I would not want to do another 6 a batch of 6 episodes somewhere towards the end of the second trimester of the season, but that's where the arc cuts off, so we're gonna have to do that way, just in time for the movie. And I'm gonna be honest, when it comes to movie placements for O's, the Rider Wiki is not very reliable, because
I actually looked again, refreshing my memory on the cast and on the people. I was like, okay, yeah. No, I was like, wait a minute, didn't this? How did we? If the movie's supposed to be here, then why the heck do we have this then? We don't get that until this episode. So you're pretty much again, it's again
there's like certain things that are like very arbitrary, and it's like even the writer wiki says, oh yeah, like certain parts of the movie take place after episode 37. I'm like, okay, look, I know that Paradise Lost is probably the movie I've seen the most. Godspeed Love, probably the one I've seen the second most. But if I had to say which movie I saw the third or fourth most often, it would definitely be 2011 Movie Core, and I'm pretty sure nothing really hints at like oh yeah, this totally happened around episode 37. What are you talking about? And also it's like, yes, when it comes to the movies, the medal count, and we're gonna get to medal counts a bit later, it's like is a little bit weird, but I assume it's like, oh no, we're just being fan servicey because we're being like partially canon, but also not completely canon. So it's like we'll just assume.
Again, the Phase 2 Heisei movies were always, is this even canon? You know, like you just did a movie, and Phase 1, when they had movies, it kind of made sense.
It made sense. Were they canon?
Yeah, no.
80% of the time, no. 80% of the time, they weren't.
Yeah, but then when you get,
but they made sense.
Yeah, but when you get into Phase 2, it's like, what was the reason behind this? And I mean, this just feels like a tax write-off. Just to like, yeah, we need to do a movie, and apparently for some reason, since O's is not a interdimensional series, it's not like Gaim or Build. It kind of
Decade.
It kind of just sticks within the main continuity, but somewhere down the line, I guess, and it was a thing at this time between 2009 and 2011. Apparently, a lot of writers and Sentais had a thing with feudal Japan for God knows what reason, but like you had to literally put in a like a nod to I guess Toei has what is their Universal Studios in Japan.
Yeah. Episode 18 of Deca Ranger.
Yeah, and it's like they have like a samurai feudal Japan area, which I'm like, well, it's like when you see product placements in movies and such, it's like, why the hell was there a Dr. Pepper machine in Godzilla 1985? Why was there a Mountain Dew machine in the middle of the final battle in Transformers? And an
yes, and the Xbox.
Yeah, like blatant product placement. It's like, yeah, no, well, Japan does it too. But the thing is that since we're foreigners, we don't know this unless you've actually been. And I'm like, it's a nice place. It really is. I'm like, wow. So it actually does feel like, but I'm like, I don't know why we had to make an old movie, a Go Ranger, a Sentai that had to.
By the way, we're already getting some comments coming in on our live feed. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. Yeah, like keep those comments coming. We love you guys. We're gonna read them.
Well, first and foremost, yes, we're here for O's. O's good.
Yeah, and by the way, Deno had 8 movies, and at least 3 of them took place in feudal Japan. So like, freaking. But for real though, and so O's is definitely one of the favorites. I mean, I think it's fair. I mean, I watched it like since like it originally aired. I remember I was in Big Bear Lake for Labor Day weekend when the first episode aired, and I had to watch the episode on my PlayStation Portable with really bad Wi-Fi. Like
I got into Oz halfway. because as always, this was again right here, guys. This right here was 2010, 2011. What happened between that time? There was something big that broke the internet that made everyone start watching tokusatsu. Whether
Oh,
you
does it involve a certain marvelous individual and a band of misfits on a ship trying to get curry?
Yeah, it's not. It's and literally the memes of One Piece were hitting hard at this point. Yeah, so Gokaiger had aired in 2011. This show took place in 2010, but this was the first time that I was introduced to superhero time.
Yeah,
and I think from what I read, apparently superhero time took a break, or like like for a minute it was like intervaled with like 4 other different shows. Like there was like
Superhero Time used to be 4 shows. It was
like it was
like one of them was Precure. And the other one was this one anime that had only 7 seasons, and the first season aired either during Deno or Kiva, and like basically it's like it's one of those gimmick toy type of anime like Bakugan or
gimmicks, because clearly we don't
I forgot the name of that anime, but yeah, I remember the first or second season aired during Kiva, and they would always, and like especially during Kiva, they would always try to do like a special lottery by having like each of the 4 shows include like one of 4 clues. They need to combine all 4 clues in order to win a prize.
Yes, that's how. Again, Oz aired along the same time as Goseiger and Gokaiger. So around that time, the big thing was getting the microphones that they used for like one episode in Goseiger was one of the prizes. And then in Gokaiger, I think it was like a special ranger key or something that was like,
And I remember they would continue this like way later into superhero time, where like one of the lucky draw prizes was that roulette from Q Ranger.
Again, they were heavy on promoting like toys, obviously, because this was, again, Kamen Rider did it with Double and it continued, and then Gokaiger kind of really oversaturated.
It's like with Decade, like with the Gamba Ride cards, which I still have my collection, by the way. Like I even had to give half of it away to my nephew just to like make room, and like I bet my nephew doesn't even understand like what are these cards, who are these superheroes on them, and whatnot. But yeah, no, it's like, but at first it's like you weren't completely aware that Gamba Ride cards were a gimmick toy because it was mainly to cross promote the Gamba Ride arcade machines. But then with like Double, it's like, okay, like we mainly have this gimmick. But the thing is, when you compare W to a Build, by the way, both half and half, it's like W is a lot more subtle because like Double only had 6 Gaia memories. I mean, 11 in total, but 6 Gaia memories
that you used, obviously.
Yeah. And it's like, oh yeah, and then we're just gonna add some Legacy Rider Gaia memories. And then you got the T2 Gaia memories in the movie, and that was pretty much it. It's like, oh yeah, no, these 26 are just to promote the movie. It's like you get them all as a CSM set, like that's not suspect at all.
No.
But then O's is where it really happened. And the thing is, it's not as bad with O's because they were sold it as full sets of 3. So you only have to get like 6 packs.
My defense in that is yes, they sold them in sets of 3. So you had the core metal sets, which were obviously for the greeds. But because the show literally states that every greed has a total of 9 core medals. At that point, I said, and again, the core medal sets were like, again, at the time, I think they were between $15 and $20, but of course, that's Japan.
Yeah.
Coming to America, it's like 25. Some places were selling them for $30. So can you imagine? I mean, I never at the time got them new. I got them secondhand, obviously. But can you imagine like, people spending and getting like why you would get 9 because and that's where the whole massive spending again with the theme of this show. Yeah, it's so.
You know what's crazy is when you get the DX not double driver, O's driver, it originally only came with Taka, Tora, Bata, and Kamakiri, just those 4.
Yeah,
to get Kugata and Cheetah and Lion. It's like you had to get those separately. I don't even remember how you had to get those. And on top of that,
I think they came with the sword and like like again obviously they had like different toy accessories that came like
and then to get what's it called Kujaku and Kondaru, I think at least one of them require you to get the that Giga scanner on his arm, which let's be honest was totally retooled for Blazar. Let's be honest. And takes us back, doesn't it? But like thankfully later on, it's like if you got the super best, which is what I did, you get all 9 medals, which is the 3 red ones, 3 green ones, 3 yellow ones together, while the other sets of the other 3 packs of the other 3 greeds, the Gomels, Mezzles, and the 6th one, which for now shall remain nameless. Like those came in 3 packs, thankfully. So when I originally metal, even though I started watching Kamen Rider with Kabuto, O's is when I really started collecting the Kamen Rider merchandise and not counting, Gumbo Ride cards themselves. So like I first got the purple medals as a 3-pack. Then I got the blue and gray medals. So that was 9. And then I got the super best, which is how I got all 12 of them. No, all 18 of them. The orange ones from the summer film, I had to like really look for them at Anime Expo. Like you had like a bucket full of like random medals, and I had to like really like look for them. And I can't remember how I got the Nobunaga ones, but I did get the Nobunaga ones. And yes, I actually have the DX metal carrier, which thankfully back then when we weren't super insane with the gimmick toys, you could actually get all the gimmick toys into one container instead of having to get a bunch of them.
Or if you had one, an old aluminum milk tank.
Oh yeah, like you're gonna need one of those for the cell medals, which you would get by either using Gashapon machines or getting the Candroids, which we're gonna get into. But
there is actually a I forget what it's called, but it's a very large box. And it comes with and it's basically from D Company, because it's the presidents, and those actually come with what would be like the DX level of the cell medals. They're actual like heavy ones, and dumbass me, because I didn't do it. I someone was selling one, and I could have, but I didn't. I don't know what rationality I had in my mind of not doing it. It might have been something important. I don't remember. But I was like, I could have had actual solid, not plastic, but solid cell metals.
Yeah, no, see, like
because the CSM belt that I have does not carry any cell metals. It only carries the actual core medals.
And the CSM goes crazy because back in the day, like you would only need to get one of each of the 3 medals of each color, you know, head, body, legs. And because you didn't make that big of a deal about getting like, oh, all 9 per greed. But then with the CSM, they actually gave you all 9 of each, plus an additional cracked taka and 2 halves of a broken taka for reasons we'll get into in a much later episode.
For my CSM, I know that's the CSM medal set. For the CSM belt with the medals, it's just singular. So but of course I couldn't. I chose not to do it. I don't know why, but whatever. Anyway, so yes, this was my first Kamen Rider because watching Gokaiger, and then at the time Samurai was premiering in American TVs. I said to myself, well, what the hell am I going to do to kill time to watch or wait for the next Gokaiger episode? You know, I'm going to go watch Shinkenger. What's the Japanese of Power Rangers Samurai? It's Shinkenger. And then at the time, you know, we see the whole, you know, superhero time, you know, and they have O's and they have Marvelous. And I said to myself, well, what's this show? I know of the Kamen Rider, obviously, but I've never actually fully seen, or I've never seen a true Kamen Rider, like a Japanese. So I just, back in the day, you know, TV Nihon, you know, thank you to all you weebs that ruined it. Seriously, who the hell does that? But it's like, I you know, and you would get the commercials, you'd get all my, it was so cool, and I loved it. And then I was like, I started watching O's, and I was like, you know, I got introduced to Shu, Ryosuke, Rio, and all of the cast. I got obsessed with this show hardcore. I'm like looking up at, and this was again before Insta and Twitter were as what it is now. But yeah, I was following them even back then. So this one is a special one for me because this is where it started. As a fan. So let us not keep the people waiting. Let us get into it. Insert a coin, people, and let's go. So the story starts. It's a lone, desolate night in a factory, or it's a warehouse,
museum warehouse. Like you see that Ben Stiller movie. You know how this plays out.
And so what we get is literally no joke, Japanese Bulk and Skull walking into this warehouse trying to steal priceless artifacts. Now,
it's like Dick Van Dyke from Night at the Museum, except they actually took the time to, and they said this out. They said the quiet part out loud. They drugged the new guy so he would fall asleep and not.
Did they though? Because I kind of feel like, no joke, if you're watching this show with us, or if you've already seen it, you kind of feel like AG wasn't drugged. He kind of just fell asleep.
It's like when Killua drank that laced orange soda. It's like, and he was unaffected by it. Except here, Killua still felt like he needed to take a nap anyways.
Yeah, it's like, I'm like, because again, this is where I kind of got like, are all Kamen Riders like this? And I was like, no, technically, yeah, they kind of are. Technically, yeah, they kind of are. You know, even
it kind of makes you wonder what Ichimonji's been up to, like during his runtime.
Yeah,
he's like never on screen.
But yes, so Japanese Bulk and Skull for some. I'm like, also, okay, they're just common thieves, obviously. Where are you gonna sell this stuff? And whatever. So they find a tomb, or what it looks like a tomb. And this tomb is very like, yeah, it's not weird, not at all. It
Yeah,
doesn't
no,
look like the arc of the.
it's basically a rehash of Kuga if you think about it.
It's pretty much the Ark of the Covenant. Like, no, no, this is nothing you should be interested in. Technically, they didn't touch it. They kind of nudged it, and that was enough to like break the seal.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute, you excavated this thing, you brought it out, you lifted it with the winch, you did all that.
But you see, there was like this lock on it with 3 coin slots, and they just like turned it slightly by accident. Yeah.
Wait, I got upside down. This thing? Yeah, this thing's flimsy as fuck.
Oh yeah. Oh, and one thing that's worth noting to mention about
look, this thing is so flimsy. Look.
Yeah.
It breaks off so easily. It literally just pops off. Well, no joke. Look. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
So,
it's weird. Mine isn't super flimsy, but
no. I'm just doing it as a bit. But yeah, so apparently they nudged it. The thing falls off, and just like Robin Williams being awoken from a millennium-old sleep, but don't come out as one. It's 4. We have 4.
Yeah, we got 4 Theodore Roosevelt.
We got 4 furries coming out and an arm. For all you furry lovers, prepare yourselves.
Although technically only 2 of them are 3.
Yeah,
of them are technically mammals.
I will look up the proper terms because we
what's the term for what's the equivalent if it's an insect? I mean I know for reptiles they're called scalies, but like what do you call a furry equivalent for like insects? Like do you call it like a chitey or something? It's like oh my god, and that's such a chitey. Ooh woo.
Marvelous ladybug.
But yeah,
I'm gonna get shit for that. I know.
I'll say this though. You know, there's been a meme floating around recently. Yeah, there's been a meme floating around recently where like they show that clip from Transformers 2 where those nanobots infiltrate that high security area where they had that Allspark fragment. And it's like this was peak CGI. I'm like rewatching like the greed get restored. I'm like, this is peak CGI right here.
Yeah, you know, it's crazy that Transformers 2 came out in like what 2009, about like a year or 2 after this show.
Before.
Yeah, before this
is 2011. No, it's 2010, my bad.
Yeah, no, this movie came out after. It's crazy how the CGI in this show was better than what Michael Bay was giving us
in the third film.
Well, I mean, I could debate the second one. I mean, not so much.
Because the meme is from the second film about like that being peak CGI, but when you compare that to the CGI we see nowadays, and look, here's the crazy part for me. It's like this is a kids show from 2010. Using this level of CGI, and yet post-COVID, you see the CGI from the Flash when he's fighting Despero, and I think it was season 8. I'm like, really? This is a multi-million-dollar primetime TV show targeted towards tweens and adults,
and this is what you give us. But a Japanese,
but here, this is a kids show.
Again, it's not how much you spend, it's how you use it. You could, like, seriously, people don't understand that. You could buy the most expensive meats and fruits and vegetables and give it to a novice. It's bullshit. But a great chef could take canned what
that was literally an episode of Kitchen Nightmares.
Yeah. A chef could take canned food and make it gourmet. It's all how you use it. It literally is how you use it. And that's the thing with CG. It's like, don't.
Yeah. It's like you have that one, I think it's called the Burger Grill or something like that, where it's like, oh, the owner used Wagyu beef and then made a crappy burger while a disgruntled chef used like basic USDA beef and made like an amazing gourmet burger with it.
Yeah, he totally did.
Yeah, and the owner's wife even had to pretend to choke down on it just to like.
And then Gordon Ramsay said, "Shut up," because
he called her out on it and everything.
Yeah. But yeah, so Japanese Bulk and Skull opened the genie's lamp and came out 4 furries. I'll get the proper terms later, and an arm. But apparently the arm, which is just an arm, is not with this group, or technically is, but defected. Now, here's
same
the
species,
thing,
different allegiance.
This is a kid's show, okay? In this first couple of minutes, it literally is like a clip from Die Hard, because the minute that the tomb is removed, it's like gangbusters. Here comes security, the SWAT team. I'm pretty sure they called the Japanese Self-Defense Force and G-Force with guns and motorcycles.
It's like for me, one of the funny parts was like how like one of them was just like passing out cell medals to the other members. It's like, one for you, one for you, one for you, one for you. And then they go to these soda vendors and like they like plop a coin into the soda machine. They pull out a Pepsi and it turns into a motorcycle.
Look, the thing is, it's true about Japan. Like even in like, you know, neighborhoods and things like that, there are vending machines everywhere.
Yeah.
In the metros of Tokyo and like any metro areas, you know, Sendai or Chibuya and all that stuff. Even like walking back to my like to my B&B, I would pass like 3 or 4 vending machines. And I was just like, wouldn't it be crazy if like just again like in O's you just put in a metal and it just becomes a motorcycle? They sell motorcycles and vending machines apparently. But yeah. No joke. They start swarming the place, and just like Die Hard, hell, just like I would want to say, remember that scene in Batman versus Superman when Ben Affleck's Batman shows up to the factory and all those dudes are like, they're like ready, they're like, oh, that's what happened, because all those guys, motorcycles, guns, and all, go in, start shooting up the place. And they get wiped out. And it's not like, oh, we cut to a different... No, you see people hold up, slammed, grabbed by the neck, guns firing.
Meanwhile, some mysterious CEO of a company puts on a vinyl record of the birthday song, and like with violins and all. It's like, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. And it's like singing this while like everyone's just getting slaughtered. It's like, happy birthday, dear.
Literally, it's the major in Hellsing when they invade England. It's Hisoka, no, not Hisoka. It's Crollo in York New City and Hunter x Hunter, where play the orchestra music, but there's chaos going on, and the orchestra band leader is just like, you know, enjoying his ballad, while again the song ends. And it's again, happy birthday to you. And it's just like, who's the birthday to?
The Greed.
Greed.
3 E's.
Which is pretty much, again, you could say it how they want to, but it's greed. Greed. I know that the Japanese have grido, but it's greed.
Yeah,
because that's what
with 3 E's, to be fair, but
but again, you know that they add like an OU at the end, you know. But so what happens is these are literally one of the 7 sins. It's the embodiment of greed, which by definition, greed is the obsession or wanting the obsession obtaining of power, wealth, or food. You literally want it all. And these guys, for some reason, so greed are a bunch of furries?
Yeah, one of my favorite lines from Full Metal Alchemist, both versions, is that out of the 7 homunculi, Greed has a nickname. He's not just called Greed; he's called Greed the Avaricious. And it's like and like you might think, oh, like, that sounds silly. It's like, oh, Greed the Greedy. It's really like, why not call Lust the Lustful, or Pride the Proud, or but no, it's like, no, but see, like, avarice is more of a blanket term, which can also apply to gluttony, which honestly I think applies even more here compared to like just plain greed, because it's like
greed and gluttony kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah, because honestly, it is one of the most primordial characteristics of humanity. I don't mean like in like a Book of Genesis kind of way. I mean it more in like evolutionarily, like when we obtained sapience as our defining characteristic as a species. It's like we have this unyielding appetite to become better, to become more complete, to become perfect. And cue my Yuri's speech from Bleach, when he defeats Cyclops Grants. It's like, and like, this actually ties to the greed in the show.
They actually brought that up in one of the episodes about, I think,
in the later episode,
the president. No, was it? I think so.
Either the president or Ankh who brings it up.
Yeah, that brings it up, and it's just like, well, and some people might say, hey, but that's just progress, right? It's just like,
but progress comes at a price.
Did you not make progress in making a civilization?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But you continue to go and go and go.
With growth, there is entropy.
And it wasn't enough growing out. You now have to grow up, especially in Japan.
And inward.
So it's like, progress.
Mm-hmm.
Get like, it's a tightrope, it's a slippery slope on both sides of the falling into greed, because you might have good intentions in the beginning, but once you get to the point, and it's like, when people say that, oh, this will not change me, it will, dude.
Everything
does. You yourself can fight and argue that you will not, and I salute those that do hold on to their values and who they were and blah blah blah. I do, but a majority of the time, it's a slippery slope. You might stumble a few times, but for those that don't even realize that they fell off the wagon a long time ago, but still say that they're the same, I'm like, no, you're not, dude. No, you're not. So this show is kind of philosophical, and it's just like, it makes you really think, as we'll tell you as the show goes on. But yeah, we just had a whole massacre and a happy birthday making a cake.
Yeah.
And
once we get to episode 9, I'm going to bring this up again, but one of my favorite things about O's is there's always a duel of dichotomies throughout the series. It's like there's always like 2 opposing principles.
It's happening right now. It's going to happen right now. But yeah, there is a morality and a kind of a good and evil, but it's also the whole thing,
because like Kogami and a certain other character share a certain dichotomy.
It's kind of like, it's like a certain old man said, it's all about a point of view. What is good? What is evil?
That's the thing for me. It's like, see, I'm a humanist because to me, like, humanity as a species is just so beautiful, and I have this so much love and respect for like our human culture and history, science, art, culination, and all that other stuff. But the thing is, it's like, if left unchecked and undisciplined, even humanism itself can be warped into something ugly, akin to Lex Luthor or Salapros Grants.
Well, they can aim as high as they can, but again, there's a limit to where humans can.
It's like you have to acknowledge that as you try to achieve perfection, you will never achieve it. It's only something that you can pursue. And what I love about the bad guys in this season is they are a physical manifestation of that principle, because completion means death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, QR after the massacre.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do we get? We get our hero, ladies and gentlemen.
Waking up. He's waking up
after a long nap, because he just took a nap, I guess. I don't think he was drugged.
Yeah.
But
he found a coin.
This is actor Shu Watanabe playing Eiji Hino. Mm. I believe this was his one of his breakout roles, because Shu Watanabe has him and the guy who played Takeru Shiba and Shinkenger. These two blew up around this time. These guys were like the I guess the Zac Efrons of their time, because holy crap.
Yeah.
They were
everywhere. It was also around that time when Takeru Sato debuted as a Rurouni Kenshin.
Yes, he did. But yeah, we see our hero change out of his clothes, out of the uniform, only for the wall to collapse, and he's in his skibbies.
Yes, and it's like awkwardly everyone can see him in his
underwear,
his skibbies, and the perfect hook to "You count the medals, 1, 2, and 3. Life goes on, 80 goes coming up pose." The good old days, back when they would play the theme song in the first episode.
That was artist Maki Ogoro who did that song, and what a banger that song was. Yeah. Can you imagine hearing, not knowing Tokusatsu, but hearing Go Kaija, let's go Kaija, kind of a somber song.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then here's the thing about Kamen Rider, though, when it starts. Mm-hmm. And this song literally destroyed. I was just like, boom.
It had trumpets. It
was jazzy. It was it had what I said was it had kind of that Cowboy Bebop vibe. When you're about to watch Cowboy Bebop, it's black and then it goes. That's exactly how this song goes. It's exactly the same. It just hits you, just goes like that, and I'm like, whoa, okay.
Yeah. Definitely, if you have the opportunity to take the time to listen to the instrumentals of especially the Winds. The Winds really gives it a certain uniqueness that you don't. I mean, you had a trumpet in WBX Boil Extreme, but the way it's applied differently here is really interesting.
It's more energetic, and it's kind of giving you a theme. And again, there's more that we'll talk about later in reviews. But it's an opening that's again, the title of the song is "Anything Goes" by Maki, and there is a music video. There is one where it is the official one, and then there's a second one that has Shu Watanabe singing along with her. So if you wish to watch those, go on YouTube and just put in.
I've seen the official one, and I love how she finds the Kamakiri medal and she starts singing, and then above on the in the scaffolds you got O's fighting Uva, and then she throws the medal up to him so he could use it. It's kind of in Gak in the Gak's video where he has to throw that Gumba Ride card to Decade in order for him to fight Paradoxa.
Yeah. So yes, if you want to go watch it, go watch it. I highly recommend it, and you'll get what I mean when I tell you it's at the level of Bebop. It just boom gets to you. But yes, we're introduced to Eiji, which this is the 25th Kamen Rider. Officially within the line of Kamen Riders, he is number 25.
Yeah, and number 12 in the Heisei era.
And number 12 in the Heisei, divisible by 12, kind of with a remainder of half. But yeah, we also we also get introduced to my man, my boy. I love this man. And he also announced that he was going to be on another stage play. There's a stage play of Beast Stars. I think he's playing the wolf.
Oh, Legoshi. I could see that casting. Like, I think, although I'm also thinking, like, what if he played Louis instead? Because it's like I could see him play Legoshi. Don't get me wrong, but like his performance as Ankh here, like,
my boy, I love this. Well, I guess I gotta say I love them because they have come out as a non-binary person, so I must respect that. Ryosuke Miura. And when I say that this man is just amazing, I literally mean if I ever had a chance to meet this man, I already said I'm going to get the core medal of Ankh on my wrist. If I ever do meet him, I would love to get his signature and then get that tattooed on there. I would do it. I love this man. This man literally gave heart to a character that we shouldn't care about. Like, any of the greeds, but more so Ankh, because Ankh is like, you know how in Death Note it was very, very prevalent that Ryuk even said to Light, I'm only here as this, and once your time is up, we're done.
Yeah.
Ankh said that. But as the story goes on, if you wish to watch with us, you're going to realize that. Well, let me put it to you this way. I say that Ryusei Ankh is best bird husbando.
Yeah. So Ankh's personality is more like that of Louis. So, like, I was surprised that you mentioned that.
Yeah, he just announced it like last night. If you go onto his official Instagram, because again, I said that he is Gojo in Jujutsu Kaisen stage play. He's done many stage plays where he has done many anime characters. He's done, I think, Fist of the North Star and JoJo. I forget who he was in JoJo, but you could probably be like, your guess is as good as mine of who a character from JoJo he would be. He could be any one, honestly.
Yeah. And Ryusuke previously played Keina Lucano from Caesar X, which, by the way, what's funny is that Jake and I previously mentioned Caesar X when we were talking about Ultraman the other day.
Right.
So, and like, I'm like, oh yeah, like one of the members of Caesar X was Ankh from O's. And also this isn't the first time that Miura was in Kamen Rider, because previously Ryosuke played the Tiger Orphanok in Kamen Rider Decade.
Yeah, when you said Orphanok, I was like, he wasn't in Thighs, but I was like, oh, we haven't even touched Decade yet. So I was like,
not so much he was in Thighs, as much he was in Thighs no Sekai.
I would have been so upset at myself. I did not recognize my boy. I feel so ashamed. The disgrace. But yes, I love this man. This man really made me feel for Ankh and him as a person, because they are just amazing. But in this case, he's not Ankh yet. He is the detective, Detective Izumi, because, of course, the cops got called. The whole place is leveled except for the office where AG was. And they do a questionnaire and all that stuff. Of course, AG doesn't know. He's like, oh, no, I was with the guys, but I fell asleep, and they went on ahead and da-da-da-da-da. The guys literally were a bunch of bank robbers. Did they steal anything? No. It's like, well, am I going to get paid? Well, I got this crazy coin. I guess that's my payment. I'm like, that doesn't look like a yen or any type of currency I know of, but okay. How that managed to get into the office, I don't know. It just did. But we go into, again, to our crazy, wacky executive man. We don't know his name yet, but he's just obsessed with birthday cakes and has a really, really cute secretary named Erica.
Yep.
And we also have a mysterious motorcycle boy running around named
the sole survivor of the ride vendor unit.
Yeah, named Goto.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Gojo, but I'm like, no, we don't get Gojos until like I don't know. Apparently it was a very
your domain isn't that expanded.
I have to say Goto. I have to say Goto now. Goto Shintaro, played by Asuya excuse me for the pronunciation. Asaya Kimijima. Yeah, I think so. So yeah. Well, AG walks off because he's a vagabond. For those who don't know, he's a wanderer. He's I don't want to say he's a bum, but he has nowhere to live. He just kind of
basically a bum. Like he works day-to-day odd jobs
because he must buy daily pantsu.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You think pantsu only means for girls? No, pantsu means underwear. Because the title of this episode, literally episode 1, is Medals, Underwear, and a Mysterious Arm. Medu, Pantsu, and Narusi Yuda.
Mm-hmm.
So, what happens?
Yeah, so at first he tries to use this coin to buy himself a soda at a ride vendor, which, as we later find out, it's like, thank God he did not do this. Can you imagine? It's like,
I don't even know what would have happened if he did. Again, like I know that when he puts in a cell medal, yeah. When he puts in the lion medal, okay, what would have happened if he put in the taka, the hawk inside?
Mm. The thing is, he put in a lion cell medal to do that other thing. But the thing is, it's like if you put in a cell medal in the thing, you could either buy a Candroid, or you could like turn it into a motorcycle. But the thing is, also I have to ask, is like, what would other people be doing? It's like they see this vending machine that they've never seen before. It's like, what if they put in like a real 100 yen coin in there, like thinking, oh, I want to try this new soda right in there. It's like,
I don't know, because again,
we think this went through, and these vending machines are like all over the city.
I would imagine that they do have regular drinks and such in them, just because again, those things don't come out unless you put one of these in there. And of course, if you just put in a regular coin, I would imagine, okay, give them a soda or something. I don't know, but it's crazy because again, AG for some reason drops the coin in the coin. You ever had that happen? That sucks.
It drops underneath the machine.
Just underneath, and he's trying to get it. He can, but it's like, yeah, AG, this is a 2-man job because one has to pick up the machine and then the other one has to get it. So how are you going to?
And given the angle he was just tilting it, I'm surprised he didn't just like flip it over.
Well, there's no backing, there's no nothing. I mean, you could have just flipped it, but then again, would have gotten arrested because you flipped over a vending machine,
which he eventually would do, by the way.
Yeah. But
then some pretty girl with her college friends, like, it just happens to be walking by. She sees a guy in trouble. It's like, here, let me help you out. And let's just say, the
only way I could explain this to normies is,
not a girl you want to be stepped on.
No. Death by snoo, definitely. Not looks wise, but actions, yes.
Yeah.
She'll crush your ribcage. This one reminds me of what is Alex Louise Armstrong's little sister's name?
Louisa, I think.
Yeah, Louisa or something like that. Remember, guys, when Full Metal Alchemist, or even the first one, she shows up, she's this small, petite, in a sundress, like, oh my god, she's so adorable. It's like, you're like, oh wow, she's gorgeous. And
Catherine Armstrong.
Catherine, there you go. And then she lifts the piano just with one hand, and I'm like, Yeah, that is Hina Izumi in a nutshell. A sweet, petite, like just adorable girl played by Reiko Takeda. Love that woman. Oh, love her. Lifted I want to say a 1.5 ton vending machine. And just as if she was picking up a can of soda. This woman has got the strength of Hercules in her body. I'm like, oh man, I know the popularity of squeezing watermelons in between your thighs is a thing, but I would imagine that this girl could literally squeeze a cannonball, and literally rip it in half.
Yeah.
No, I love you, darling, but how about a handshake? Gently, please. Gently. We can get to hugs later. But yeah, she winds up lifting the machine, and then she drops it, but she hears someone scream. Who screamed? AG's right by his side with his jaw dropped down that this 105-pound woman has lifted a 1.5 ton machine up in the air. And it's like, it's an arm.
Yeah.
A disembodied arm with a bird on it.
Huh. This is actually really interesting that I just noticed. You know, usually in most TV shows, you'd have adult actors play high school students. Here we have the exact opposite. Riho was 16 when the show aired.
He was just a baby. And the same thing goes for Mizuzo, because in her Greed form, she's voiced by a famous voice actress, but in the Japanese, in her live action, it's actually a 14-year-old girl who this is her first ever performance, and she sold it.
Yeah, so I think it's kind of interesting because, the character is canonically an adult, and she's in college, studying fashion
for her age.
And she looks very physically mature for her age with her cheekbones and everything. But it's oh snap! She's physically younger than she looks, as opposed to most other actors where it's the opposite. Because when you look at Jeeb from Kamen Rider Gov, the actor's 25, but he's playing the role of a 17-year-old character.
Yeah. It's also kind of it's even the same thing with my actual rider wife Shizuka.
Yeah.
In the show, she was brought up to be I think 16 or so. The character was I think at the time 13 or so. She was really young, so it's but again, that's why they call it acting. And but again, all these people now, it's been about 15 years, guys. Do the math. So Miss Takeda right now, I believe, is around
she's 30.
Exactly 30 years old now. And love her. Still love her.
Yeah.
But yeah, she crushes our best bird husbando. And I would imagine how, because he's been transparent this whole time. He can go through walls like a ghost, but apparently a vending machine can hurt him.
Yeah. So AG gets chased down by this floating arm that for some reason only he and Hina could see from the looks of things.
Yeah,
meanwhile, a jewelry store is being robbed by one of the 4 mummies that awoken from the Ark of the Covenant.
Remember, we had, by the way, for those, the Greed apparently don't just show up. They have to show up in a silk robe or in a silk curtain, because they had this whole plan of where are they're literally naked. Why is this? Their core medals are gone. These things. Who took them? Well, where's Ankh?
It's apparently he's not one of us.
Yeah. So their whole job is we're going to need to make cell medals, these things, to sustain ourselves until we can get more powerful to find Ankh and get our core medals back. This is where we're introduced to our first greed. Say if I'm saying right, Uvia?
Uva. Yeah,
Uva
which is Spanish for grape.
Yeah, Uva. Yeah. And he is the insect greed. This is the one based off of all things insects.
Yes, the green one.
He goes into a jewelry store. And it's like, why into a jewelry store? Because what we need is greed.
We feed off of avarice.
Yeah, we feed off of greedy people. And what better place than a jewelry store? But not just any jewelry store, a high-class jewelry store.
Yes, where someone gets Sumino.
He gets some random old lady.
Who I was pretty sure was an employee there.
It's a woman, middle-aged woman, old lady, employee or not. A coin slot is formed on the back of her head. A literal coin slot. Why a coin slot? Because he must insert one of these in the back of her in the back of her head, and then out of nowhere, just like a gachapon machine, comes out this mummy thing called a yami.
Yeah, with 3 M's.
Yeah, yami, which I guess references, from what I remember or what I was told, was an old type of Japanese currency, but it's a play on the word.
Yeah,
but it's also
and then he just like puts her fingers in his mouth so he could suck the rings out of her fingers. It's like he's eating her rings. Like that. The thing is supposed to eat jewelry, but like that one shot in particular was like, ooh.
It reminded me of that JoJo. I mean, the literally fingers and all, and the thing just sucks them up like Jolly Ranchers. And then he starts eating everything. Just starts devouring necklaces, jewelry, pearls, only for it to finally wait a minute, cue the Pokemon evolution music. We got a Kamacuras, a mantis, pretty much. We have a mantis greed that was born out of the yami. So the yami is pretty much a manifestation of someone's greed, but at the same time, it's kind of like the larval, the pupa state, because it must eat and then shed to become its final form. Which,
because the woman's greedy for jewelry, this one in particular, it needs to consume jewelry in order to build up the cell metals inside of its body.
Yeah, so whatever you're born from, that's pretty much your thing. So if you're born from a greedy person who loves money, you gotta consume money. If you're a greedy person that loves a collector of rare things, you must eat rare things. If you're a glutton for food, we'll get there, you must consume food. Yeah. Or money. Either or whatever can fit in your mouth, pretty much. But yeah, so
go find Ankh, get my he has one of my medals. Yeah, I need you to take them from him. And so Kamakiri starts attacking, and of course the 2 detectives have to drive in the opposite direction in order to intercept it. One of them gets killed off, the other is knocked unconscious.
Well, I kind of love how the car was actually split in half in this show. I'm like, damn, how did you guys do that? But Detective Izumi winds up trying to stop this thing, but winds up dying, because that is what he's dying. Only for Ankh. Ankh and Age are like, dude, we have to save him. We have to. And again, this is where the dichotomies of good and evil come in, where Ankh is like, no, let him, because I want more core medals. I want more cell medals. He must. But Age is like, we got to save everyone. And like, why do you care? Why do you care about saving people? He has a story.
Because I have to.
It's the dichotomy of greed versus charity. Because Eiji doesn't have to. He's not the hero. He's never been a hero. but he chooses to go the higher
Yeah.
morale route.
And like I remember there was like this meme. There was this meme where not a meme, but like someone was like, oh yeah, the main writer and the second writer in the Reiwa era are supposed to be opposites. Like oh, 01 loves human gears while Vulcan hates them, and like they go on, and I'm like no, see, here's how it works. So like in Geats, Geats does selfish things for selfless reasons, while Tycoon does selfless things for selfish reasons.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing here, where there's one that wishes only to gain from the outcome, which is another is to prevent said outcome, and because it's the right thing to do. Well, if AG is going to get involved, we might as well.
Yeah.
We might as well give him this. Ankh pretty much hands him one of these and says, "Here, put this on. I want you to put three medals inside. Take these 3 medals, put them inside, and then no joke. This, ladies and gentlemen, is actually the device. This right here. This is just a holder. So what you do with it is pretty much go outside, click to the side. I don't have batteries. I'll get them for the next one. Put your 3 medals in. Hawk.
Taka, Tora, Bata, Tatoba, Tatoba, Tatoba.
And we give birth. Did you have those photos I sent you, right?
I did not upload them.
You should have uploaded them.
Yes.
I sent the industry files for O's for us to use. So thank you to the CSM files that came with the belt. But this is an original. This is not the CSM belt. Just to let you know. But we finally get to the Kamen Rider O's next episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. He defeats the Mantis using his tiger claws, his hopper legs, the Mantis blades, but then Ankh sees an unconscious body and attaches itself to it, thus possessing it.
That's all in episode 2.
Yeah. Well, it starts at the end of episode 1 and continues in episode 2.
Which is, again, episode 2, Desires, Ice Pops, and Presents.
Yeah.
So,
we're over an hour in, and we finally got to episode 2.
But, yeah, so apparently, Ankh decides to attach himself to Detective Izumi. And this is where we get Ryusei and his actual natural look, because that wig and how he looked as Detective Izumi really didn't sit well with me. I was like, I could tell this is all... That's a wig. That's a facade. Take it. I'm like, yeah, that's better. That's better. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, the reason why is because he needs a body. Ankh cannot just, hang around. He's got to have a body because his body is, we don't know where.
Yeah.
It's just pretty much walking around and doing the whole.
So here's the thing that you sent to us. We got the tree.
So, that
got the medals.
Right, and to show us the O's.
Yes.
That is our Kamen Rider right there, ladies and gentlemen. Mm-hmm. The hawk, tiger, and grasshopper combo. The Tatotora, the Tatobata.
Tatoba.
And so pretty much, well, Ankh loves ice pops.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's a big fan of ice cream, but ice pops are totally his thing. And he's like, he makes AG pay for it, the bastard.
Yeah. But he makes a very poignant analogy where the ice pop forms is basically the cell metals, while the stick in the middle is the core metal. It's like, you could shed the frozen juice, but the wooden stick in the middle is where consciousness lies.
Yeah, it's a metaphor. I don't know. Yeah, it's a metaphor. But apparently what we find out is that the detective has been getting phone calls From who?
Turns out that this very strong lady is actually his little sister.
Yeah.
Very worried little sister.
As a good sister should, because again, her brother's a cop. But she doesn't know what happened to him. She doesn't know that he's dead. No, you think I'm lying. He actually is dead. They keep saying that throughout the entire show. So it's pretty much a Weekend at Bernie's type of situation.
Yeah. It's like if Ankh stays detached to Izumi's body, he will only have roughly 10 minutes to live.
Yeah, so that's why Ankh needs him to live, and technically speaking, well, you have a dead body, but wouldn't that mean
dying body?
We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, I know we'll get there. But yeah, but here's the thing: our girl Hina is actually looking for a job, and she goes into what is basically, I guess,
a cosplay cafe.
A cosplay cafe.
Kosukusur.
The owner is a total whack job, but I love her. Yeah. Because only the strong can enter this place. You remember?
Yeah, like she basically barricaded the place using a series of weights where only a strong person could open the doors. I'm like, what if a regular customer wanted to come in and try this place out? What are you gonna do then?
Yeah, do you remember in Hunter x Hunter where they had the gates of
the door? Yeah, and it took Gon, Killua, and Leorio everything they got just to open the first door.
It was Kurapika because Killua already went through.
This is our Kurapika, yeah. Killua was able to open like 2 or 3 doors already.
Yeah, they were only managed to open 1 or 2. I think.
While Grandpa Zolde could open all 5.
But again, it took all three of them to open just 1 or 2. So
no, just the first one.
Yeah, but yeah, so that's what happened here. Hina opened the door, and here is Chayako, the owner of the restaurant, played by Mari Kai. Love this woman.
Is one of my favorite characters.
Love this woman. I do. I love her because it was a test. I don't want weekly. Where is my boy Pierre Alphonse? This would be a perfect Mademoiselle. Thank you. Yeah. Where? Okay. Anyway. So yeah. The greed now are pondering.
Yeah. We need. By the way, quick aside, Hina's first job as an employee at the Kosukusur is to carry a milk tank. I wonder if this is foreshadowing something.
Huge. It's fully like again. Yeah, I mean, I have one of those. They're very light. They're aluminum, but when filled with milk,
they're heavy.
They're heavy as fuck. That's at least 100 to 150 pounds. Full, and it's again not a small one. I would say it's about maybe like 4-5 feet tall. It's a rather large one. So you can only imagine how much mood juice is in that thing.
Yeah.
But yes, Hina gets the job because she opened the door. Yay. Now we continue on with Eiji and Ankh fighting like an old married couple about what it is that they need to do with Oz. Because we must either save or we must destroy. Ankh really doesn't care. Ankh just wants medals. Ankh wants his cores. That's all he wants. Eiji, not so much, because Eiji's kind of just going along with the ride because Ankh made him his bodyguard, technically. Which, when we get to the end of the series, you're kind of be like, wait, you were bossing him around? Wow, Ankh, you got some stones on you. But then again, Eiji was a dumbass in the beginning. What else happened?
So basically, the 2 thieves are like in a hospital. It's like, we probably shouldn't have robbed the place. No. I have another plan. We should rob a bank. Bro, stop. Just full pause. No,
you don't. Asses kicked. You literally got
and of course, it's like that was the perfect opportunity for Uwa to summon a giant locust using this guy because apparently the desperation.
Locusts again. When will we stop with the biblical entities? But yeah, no. Is there? I mean, he said pretty much. We know that depending on the person's greed, that's how the kaijin is going to come out. But man, did this thing. Well, not the best CGI I've seen. Probably like late PS2 level type of graphics, I guess. Maybe the PS3 in the beginning. But yeah, we get a gigantic, literal kaiju out of this.
Oh, hell no!
Which starts, just like a locust, starts devouring everything. Devours buildings. Apparently, there's a private party for the rich happening in some building.
Funded by the Kogami Foundation.
Now, again, why did...
By the way, one thing we did not mention about the first episode is that Kogami also made a second cake. This one celebrating the birth of Oz.
Yeah. Kogami Sensei really knows what the hell... He knows what's going on, despite him playing...
It's like, it's really interesting because, like, between Kogami and Ankh, like, you don't really know where either their allegiance lies, because it's like, Ankh is, like, helping AG, but he's also selfish and agreed, so it's like, you never know if he's going to stab AG in the back at any point. And Kogami, it's like he comes off like very devious at first, like he's basically like what you would expect from a CEO of Smart Brain or the Fangeyer organization. What's crazy is that like the Fangeyer's company is more clear cut what their goals are, but compared to Smart Brain. But at last, we don't really know the name of their company. Ironic.
Yeah, ironic. But so this locust starts eating the building. I guess for some reason it consumes. I guess it's because he came from the thief. It's going at like after like the high, because the Yami also attacks the armored transport to the bank that he wanted to rob.
Yeah,
and started eating all the money. He literally started eating it all in one go. So I guess that's his whole purpose.
Yeah.
So what winds up happening is this thing just starts destroying the building with everyone inside.
And AG wants to help everyone, but like Ank's like, no, don't. Like, let it eat. No. Let it eat.
I need more cell metals. You don't understand. I need it. But AG, because he wants to be Superman, because he wears his underwear fresh and daily every day.
Yes, and like he puts his boots on one at a time. He makes mistakes, gets up, because that's what humans do.
Yeah, loves his mama, loves his daddy, but and he rushes into this building, and I'm like, AG, the motherfucker just ate one entire floor, and the building is collapsing. And there's one random guy, I don't know who this guy is, because all these rich slobs, really, there was no reason for them other than just presenting another birthday cake that the executive really loves to make. He's a patissier in a way. Or I guess it's a baker, because he really loves...
I'm like, did he and Oran Pierre Alfonso ever meet each other in a later film? Because
seriously, what could they not have seriously brought him? I mean, seriously.
And by the way, fun fact: the actor who plays Kogami, he plays that one dude from Full Metal Alchemist. God damn it! The very first bad guy they fight in the anime. I forgot his name.
You're talking about the priest?
The priest, yeah. He plays the priest in the live action.
Yeah, that's Takashi Yukaji? Yeah. He's a very prolific actor, the man. He's very like booming sounding authoritarian, but not like a serious type, not like a very like, demanding, but he's got presence, definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah,
no, wait, sorry, I messed up. Like the owner from Deno played played the Father Carmelo. My bad.
Yeah, okay.
But
yeah, so
same presence though.
AG nearly died here because this damn thing is going around stomping on the building. He gets flung out, but he manages to grab himself. But then Ankh shows up and saves him. He's like, well, first off, again, even Ankh says it. Why do you care? Why am I using a human to do this? Like, I'm like, well, what other options do you have, Ankh? And just like in the first episode established, only AG can see you. Hina can see you. No one else can, unless you're in the human body. And you can't really, it's not really explained why yet. Mm-hmm. So he's the only option you got, dude. So either make a deal with AG about like, okay, we save people. You can also get your core medals too. Don't worry, you'll get them. They're right here. You'll get them. But how about letting him be the hero? Why not?
Yeah. But first, Oz gets a birthday present.
Oh yes. So Goto, our best boy from the company, delivers a very large box. I wonder what it could be.
It's the Medijaliber.
It's a sword.
Yeah, with coin slots.
Yeah, you pretty much, again, 1, 2, 3, and it's a sword because that's what you do with the scanning charge. Yeah. And this is the sword that will kill the locust dragon thingy.
What's really weird about the scene is it's like Oz turns a vending machine into a motorcycle and starts driving off. Yeah. Well, Goto turns his motorcycle back into a vending machine. I'm like, could you just like switched rider vends?
I mean,
that way the both of you could have saved a coin.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's a time limit like those old, like, like those quarter rides that you used to see in front of grocery stores.
But see, the thing is, the thing is, like, he clearly pushes a button to turn it back into a vending machine, though.
Oh, but remember, that's when Goto, he did that, but then he got the cans.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like maybe like instead of having O's turn the other vending machine into a motorcycle, just have Goto go to that vending machine while Oz uses Goto's motorcycle so that they both conserve a cell medal.
But I guess Goto was already stocked up with delicious Coca-Colas and AG's wasn't. Maybe AG just had Fanta. Because, again, we need these Cokes because, well, again, AG rides in with the O's armor and the sword and literally does a gliding motorcycle slide with a sharp object going underneath the underbelly, cuts the mother, and the thing is bleeding coins to the point that Ankh is like a little kid in a piñata, just like gathering them all up. But Goto boy decides, hey,
I'm gonna get all these red cans in order to turn them into little birds to like pluck all the coins.
Yeah. That's why he kept
the and the blue ones turn into octopuses, which can combine to make like a giant road or trampoline or a bungee cord.
Yeah, those octopuses were very, very like they varied in numbers too. There was like a whole mess of them for the road, but then afterwards it was just like a very select few. Yeah, this is no joke. This is kind of where it started because both Oz, Forze, and Wizard actually used this concept of small gimmick robots that technically they're only just there because I guess Wally was
sell toys.
Yeah, so they didn't really do much of anything unless like a certain like key thing, but. It's like, no, I mean, seeing little, like, what you can, like, again, the Japanese gave us Transformers, so this technically is a Transformer. It just does a soda.
Just a McDonald's Happy Meal version.
Yeah. So.
Still costs you $20, though.
Yep. So, yeah. that winds up happening. The battle is saved. The world is saved, I guess. The buildings are repaired because I guess the sword is able to wind back time. But they wind up destroying, the monster. Let us go to a nice peaceful side by the river, and Eiji is using Detective Izumi's phone to tell Hina that he's on a secret mission and he won't be back for a while.
Yeah.
Just for her not to worry.
Yeah, but she's gonna run into him in a couple of minutes anyways.
Can we do the thing?
Yep. We gotta do the thing.
Oh, I mean, this girl is, I don't know, maybe it's just Eiji with his timing, but yeah, she winds up running into her brother's body, but doesn't realize that her brother got a haircut.
Yeah.
Or is very cold to her because the creeping hand is about ready to like gouge her neck out. Cue episode number 3.
Yeah, and also one thing I appreciate about this season is that at the end of every episode, it shows the current medal count.
Yeah.
That AG has, and so much so that even when he gains a medal, the episode ends with the new medals appearing onto the screen. While if he loses a medal, which we're gonna see in a later episode, they disappear from the thing.
Yes, they do. So that's why they always say count your medals, because that is important. So next episode 3, a cat, evolution, and a glutton.
Yeah.
So we also get introduced to a new greed in this episode. It's not just Uva. We also have another one named
Kazari,
which
means to pilfer.
Yeah. So you can tell just by the episode, it's a cat-themed episode.
Yep.
But there are no fangs. There are no tusks. So let's see here. My notes say, so obviously Hina is with Ankh, but Eiji interferes because he doesn't want Ankh to hurt her, but Ankh is like, who is this girl? Believe you me, man, I've been there many a times.
Yeah, and if he tries to hurt, he's like, oh no, woe is me. I might accidentally drop my O's driver.
Yeah. He literally, Eiji is like just being the damsel in distress. I will drop it. Don't you make me. I'm like, Eiji, that is a CSM. I'll drop it. I don't care how much you paid for it. I will drop it. All right.
But it's autographed by Shu Watanabe. I don't care. I'll drop it.
By the way, this has no electronics in it. It's just a holder, so you could drop it in the water. It's not going to do anything. I mean. But you don't want to get this thing, but
the medals themselves,
because
the electronics are in the scanner and the medals.
Depending on the medals, if you just got the candy toys, I mean, I guess that's fine. But if they're the actual DXs, no, don't. But yeah, so
actually, the candy toys have electronics too.
Do they? I'll have to take a look.
No, here, let me show you my where'd my blue one go? Oh, there it is. Hold on. Like here's my candy toy
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Kabuto one. Yeah.
So Hina has a confrontation with her brother because technically he's saying he doesn't know her, which kind of true. This guy doesn't know you. But Ankh taps into the memories and it's like, oh, you're his sister. Like, what do you mean his sister? I'm your sister. And I'm guessing because, again, Hina, baby, I love you, but you are too strong for your own good. You kind of shake Ankh too much that you shake him loose from your brother and
and then she passes out.
Yeah, well, she's not scared of her brother passed out. She doesn't know he's dead. She's
scared of the arm.
Of the arm that she has in her hand that was talking to her. So, yeah, cue the theme song again. Fast forwarding, and now we go back to the restaurant where Eiji carried Hina.
Yeah. Amazing. Also, there's a guy at a Chinese restaurant who so many plates.
You know what? I know I'm not as thin as I used to be. That's a given.
Yeah.
But it's always amazing to me how, like, you know, I can. I'm not saying I can't put it away. I can, but at least I try to do it with like some type of restraint or whatever. I try to enjoy my food, enjoy my drink. I'm not just like, I mean, unless I have not eaten for days, but I guess that's forgivable. But just regular people just scarping it down, and you're just like a Goku level, like, what? You know, or like a Luffy level, like, just like, well, I get why with Luffy, but where is he putting all this stuff? Like, this guy was just like chugging down everything. And it's kind of off-putting in a way. It kind of makes me, every time watching this episode, kind of like, yeah, I think I lost my appetite.
Yeah.
This
It's
guy
like I haven't eaten in a while. So like I was peckish, but then like I lost my appetite too.
Yeah, seeing this guy, I was like, okay, look, I love curry too, but holy crap, you know, Jesus. But yes, this random guy is just eating. It's like, oh, I wonder what this is gonna do. You know? But yeah, so Hina gets dropped back off at her job. AG is being a good boy because that's
and then Chiyoko's like, why does this guy feel familiar?
Yeah,
and then what she doesn't realize that in the background there's she took a photo with some chic elder or something like that, and there is AG boy in the background, just to give you an idea of like what I'm talking about. Oh, let me see if I can find it right here. No, it's not here. Give me one quick second. Maybe it's under downloads. No, it's not under downloads. Then it has to be under screenshots. But yeah, no, it's like this. Oh yeah. So basically, here's a photo of Eric Betts and Mike Chat. You know, they're both WMAC masters. They were never in the same season together. But if you look in the background, right behind Mike Chat,
someone's
that's me.
That's
me. That's me right behind them.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to tell if it was you. But the thing is, in this instance, you literally see AG's face in the photo.
Yeah, and then there was another one with Tracy Lynn Cruz with some guy back in 2010. And it's like if you look right behind them, you can like see my face, like.
But let's see where we were in this story. So yes, Kazuri finds this heavy eater named Malta, and then he puts in a coin. But the thing is, I'm guessing because this person was, I mean, technically.
Oh, here's one of Hunter Dino, and right behind her. And I'm not like deliberately there. I'm just like waiting in line to say hi to Johnny. You know, I just happen to be there.
Photo bomb.
Yeah, it's like I'm like the real life AG Hino in that regard. Like even as far back as 2009. 2009.
Let's see here. So, the photo. Kazuri. So I'm guessing because this guy wasn't essentially greedy per se, because this kind of falls under gluttony, but gluttony and greed kind of go hand in hand. Because he wasn't taking from people, he wasn't stealing their food, he was buying it himself. I'm guessing that's why the greed took a while to manifest like a parasite in this guy, because this poor guy winds up getting a coin slot. Dun, there you go. And he's kind of like, has a parasite in him with the Yami, because he himself has the Yami bands on his face and whatnot, and he's going around.
Yeah.
Not just
It's actually really interesting because like it's basically each of the greed their yummies function differently. So while Uva's yummies just simply eat the objects that the host desires, Kazuri's yummies just like go inside the person's body and just like consume from within.
It's very interesting how, again, all different forms of greed. Because again, this guy is not a bad person by what we've seen. He's just a glutton. And so pretty much he winds up eating everything, not just food, but then he starts eating money and inanimate objects like gold and such. It's like for him to then like not expel the Yami and for the Yami to know, but the Yami itself kind of like a symbiote, like a massive goo just covers him and becomes this. Let's just put it in plainly. It looks like Garfield, a fat, chubby, lazy cat.
Yeah.
And so Eiji must now, it's like, Ankh is like, well, you got to kill him so I can get the core medals and da-da-da. But Eiji can't really do it because he knows that there's a person inside. So there has to be a way to save him. Because if he kills him while killing him is going to be easy, but he can't really do that.
Yeah, because he's Eiji.
He's like, we have greed and we have charity. We have valor here. Eiji is pretty much the virtues and the greed. Well, there's no need to explain that there.
Yeah. And there's a funny scene where Goto's like, here, use the right vendor. It's like, oh, okay. So he puts the coin. And here's the thing. Goto turns his motorcycle back into a vending machine. So it's like, here, use my rider vendor. It's like, oh, okay. It's like he pops a coin and turns back into a motorcycle. It's like why'd you turn it back? I meant use the Hawk can droid in order to do reconnaissance. Oh, okay. And so he changes it back into a vending machine. He's like, hey, quit wasting my medals. I demand a refund. It's like, sorry, dude. Like once spent, it's gone.
Yeah, you guys not have the keys to the slots and to the well, who knows? Maybe
do I look like Khan Susanusaphone?
Maybe there's an allowance. I don't know. Maybe
I need to have a turnkey operation. I'll show him who's boss.
So let's see here. We talked about that.
Yeah, and Anko does remark, it's like, okay, we got to evolve. We got to do better.
Yeah. Let's see here. What else do we have written down here?
Not really much happens for the rest of episode 3. You know, it's like the hungry dude. He shows up at the Coast Kasur to eat all their food, and obviously Hina and Chiyoko get terrorized by this dude, and then eventually he starts eating concrete to the point that he literally transforms into the Nekoyami. Yeah.
He turns into
a very fat cat. A cat so fat that the Tor claws can't budge because the fat is deflecting his cat claws. By the way, I did not mean to rhyme cat, that, and fat so much. I just said at the top of a hat, I swear.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, even Garfield would look at this cat and say, damn. But yeah, it winds up, this is a two-parter because again, it's just like before we finally have a rider kick in this moment. A rider kick that is like, oh my god, it's gonna no, it gets deflected. And who deflects it?
Kazuri,
because Ankh calls him out, and here comes the first furry of the group, which is a very flamboyant character, if I will say. And then we go into the next episode. The next episode is Doubt, a Picture Message, and a Helping Hand, where again Kazuri goes and tells Ankh that, why are you doing this? What's going on? You should be on our side. We can help each other. And as the old saying goes, a tiger never changes its stripes. Ankh
or a leopard changes his spots.
Ankh doesn't trust Kazari. Maybe it's just, I don't know, nature within who they are, because, well, Kazari is a feline-esque greed and Ankh is
a bird greed.
Yeah, he's a bird. If you haven't
Cats eat birds.
Yeah. If you haven't seen his arm, it has a bird on it. So yeah, it's like, yeah, he's a bird.
Oh, so he's a fangire.
Yeah, he's a bird. He's a bird. So yeah.
The bird's the word.
Of course, the bird doesn't trust the cat for shit, and I don't blame him, because Kazari, because
Kazari is known for having his own agenda.
We are a secret club because of our agenda.
Yeah. So, but again, Ankh is like, maybe I should. Maybe it'd be more beneficial if I did. Well, we'll see what happens, honestly. Yeah. So there is a little bit of drama here in this episode, because Hina actually finds out that AG has her brother's cell phone.
Yeah, and why do you have my brother's cell phone?
He's been the one texting her, not him.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, she gets mad at him. Like, why? Where's my brother? What happened to him? And I'm like, are we really touching on this right now? Isn't this something you kind of save for like halfway through the show? No, we're going to do it right now, because it's going to be kind of confusing that Ankh is going to be hanging around and it looks like her brother. It sounds like her brother, but it's not her brother. So it might as well just say it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest with you. Hina takes it very, very calmly, in a way.
Yeah. And what's funny is that Ankh, like, he steals 2 ice pops from 2 kids while they were playing like freaking Digimon V Pets, and somehow he ends up getting his hands on an iPhone.
Remember, he accessed Detective Izumi's thoughts because he went back to their place, and I believe that's where he found the phone.
Yeah, but the thing is, that is true. But still, it's like, that's a very shameless promotion of Apple hardware, especially since in a later episode he gets a tablet. When'd you get a tablet? How'd you get a tablet? More importantly, how is service for that tablet getting paid for? Because remember, you have to pay for the SIM card monthly.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. But yeah, now also in this episode, the greed finally get, I guess, real human identities.
Yeah.
They finally have their human personas. They're not fursonas, they're just personas. And Uva and
Sapiosonas.
Yeah. They obviously they're like, oh, cool. Like, that totally suits you. Where's Mizazul? Oh, she's probably off fine. You know how women are. So like, if you find one, she's doing her thing. She'll show up in the next episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Hina takes that very well, that her brother is Ankh, technically.
Yeah.
Ankh is keeping him alive, and AG will do everything and anything to get him back, which you should. Obviously you should. But we continue on with the cat Yami, which again, this feline just does not stop devouring and eating and causing problems. But AG is still torn apart because
he doesn't want to kill the guy.
Yeah, he doesn't want to kill him. He has to save him. He has to find. But it's like, the Tora claws can't cut him. The sword can't cut him. I mean, it can, but it's kind of like bouncing off. So there has to be another way, right? Well, yeah, there has to be another way. So here comes the whole thing with a furry man.
Yeah, Kazumi shows up like, so did you make your decision? And I said, yeah, I'm gonna go against you, May. And as soon as Kazuri drops his guard,
yeah, the two have a massive battle, and you think, okay, here's the thing: we lose a core medal in this fight.
Yeah, we lose one of the one of the hopper medals.
Yeah, we lose the Kamakuris. We lose the Mantis.
Oh, Kamakiri. Sorry,
we lose Kamakiri.
Right, he had 2 Hawk medals. Never mind. Yeah, I remember he had 2 of one of them. But yeah, he loses a Kamakiri medal, but gains a cheetah, 2 cheetah medals and a lion medal. No, he doesn't get the lion medal yet, but
he winds up stealing the centerpiece of him because Kazuhi just falls over and collapses. Because why? Because a fatality was made. As you said, he stole 2 of his core medals. Now he's weak, but he's able to use the cheetah legs to run super fast and also kick the fat off of the cat.
Like kick. I'm gonna kick you into shape. No,
yeah, I'm going to kick you into shape. And just it winds up working.
Yeah, because as he's like kicking him repeatedly, it creates like sort of like an opening for like, well, if you've seen Gojuju, you know where this is going.
Yeah. It was
enough. Come with me if you want to live.
Yeah, it was enough to make a hole in the cat's stomach to pull the poor guy out. And that was enough for him to get an opening to get him out so that way he could kill the cat. And yeah, that is what happens. The guy is saved, and we hear him that he's going to change his ways and blah, blah, blah. But he demands that they take him to the hospital with the best food.
Yeah.
It's
like what Kakashi Sensei said. It's like Naruto, I respect that you want to eat the good stuff, but if you really want to become the Hokage, you have to learn to eat the green stuff. Believe it.
Yeah, but this guy doesn't. He even asked them if they can go through a drive-through.
With a side of fries.
Yeah.
Well, but they can't decompress just yet because they're intercepted by a limo with Erica inside of it, and she's holding a video feed of Koga. It's like, happy birthday! Today's the day we finally meet formally.
Again, it's like, were tablets not a thing? Yeah, but
barely a thing, yeah.
Barely a thing back then. I mean, they were available, but not on the regular like it would be today. So yeah, you had to get a limo and you had to pull out a 50-inch TV to at least it was a flat screen. It wasn't one of those old CRT TVs.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So at this point, he has 2 Taka medals, 1 Bata medal, 2 Tora medals, and 2 Cheetah medals.
But let us know, so Erica, does do that, bring them all in, and she wishes, the president wishes to have a chat with these 2 young men about what they are going to do with the core medal and the medal moving forward.
And as an advance present, you're gonna get this variety pack of Candroids, which include 4 Taka Candroids, 4 Taco Candroids, and 4 of our newest flavor, Bata Candroids.
I thought it was just a limited time edition of monster drinks. But yeah, the next episode, a game tag, a nest, and a rich girl. Oh boy. Here we go. So yeah, Erica gives that gift to Eiji. He's playing with it like a little boy does while Anka's negotiating what it is that him and Kogami are going to do.
Yeah, while Kazuri just skateboards all over town. Not gonna lie though, a lot less conspicuous than the Grongi in Kuga.
Yeah, no, as I said, the Greed finally have human forms in this one. We even get to see the only lady Greed in this show, Mrs. Zool, who is the Shouta combo. And I actually looked it up for this. As I said, Mrs. Zool was voiced by a famous voice actress named Yukana. She's done many animes and video games, but her actual human form was played by, and the first timer, Honoka Yahagi. Yeah. This was her first time. She actually got scouted in an amusement park, from what I read, with her
That's
family.
interesting.
So she was 14 when this show started. She was, again, I looked her up and like, she's barely 30. Both her and Hina were the same age. Okay, cool. Only for us to see that there is a rich girl walking around buying stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, this is a classic setup here. Let's do it.
Yeah, this one's a hoarder.
Well, you know what? She's a shopaholic. I mean,
yes, she's a shopaholic. But more importantly, she's a hoarder, which is appropriate because Mezzul's yummy manifests in the form of a brood of eggs. Hey, remember how we talked about seahorses about a month or two ago?
Yeah, but this one, because I guess the octopus, I mean, if you've seen nature documentaries, it kind of like, oh no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, I wonder, is this girl, could we have a Gokaiger reference here about a rich girl or not? No, she actually is a rich girl. She actually is one of those like, oh my God, daddy, I need $300. Daddy, she's one of those. She's a Hillary Banks, pretty much.
Yeah.
I thought maybe not, but as I rewatched, I was like, oh God, a Nepo baby? Oh, okay. All right. But again, it actually shows Hina's dichotomy in this episode, in these two episodes, actually.
Yeah.
Because, well, yeah, as we said, Hina goes to college, and she does. But so does this girl. She's one of her classmates. And apparently she bumps into Hina wearing, I guess, a cashmere scarf or whatever. But since Hina bumped into her and made her drop it, she's like, oh, no, it's dirty. You could have it. But it costs a lot of money. I don't want it. I'll just go buy it.
It touched the ground.
And it touched you. It touched you. Ew. Just like...
I remember playing Custom Robo Arena for the DS. And I remember there was one very specific NPC who always says, my parents always let me buy new Robos. So every time I lose, I just buy a new Robo. So that way, it's like I'm always using a Robo for the first time.
Such a waste.
Such a waste. Yeah. So I can't remember the name of his Robo. I think it was Robin or something. But it's like after you beat his let's assume it's called Robin, because again, I don't remember what exact Robo it was. But after you defeat his Robin and you challenge him again, he's still using Robin, but canonically, it's a different Robin because every time you challenge him, it's a different Robo because apparently he's that stupidly rich. And that's saying something because you have to fight against two other prep schools. Prep schools. Yeah. But even those guys aren't like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna buy a new Robo every time I lose so it stays shiny.
Well, yeah. Again, the rich, especially when you're a child. I swear, if I ever became rich, I would never tell anyone, not even my nieces or nephews or children. I would never. And to think that this is their money, no, I would not. If I didn't grow up that way, they're not going to grow up that way. But again, that's just me. But yeah, this girl is just, again, a hoarder, a rich girl, and a snob. So is it any surprise that Mizuzul chose her to be for the greeds? Although now we actually get to see the other greeds, but not in their greed forms, but in their human forms. Yuva, Mizuzul,
Kazari, and Gamal.
And the dumb one, pretty much. That's how I
Gamal.
Gal is just, again, he's just, ooh. oh, good, good. That's pretty much how he is, and he's a simp for
Metsu!
yeah, total simp, total simp. Nothing good to say about him. Let's see here. What do we got?
Like Metsu
So,
was always babying him. Like even in a previous episode, he was like, I'm hungry, and then Metsu was like, here.
Oh yeah, she gives him some of the medals. Yeah. So apparently at this point, Kazuri tells Uva that Ankh is with AG, Oz is a hero, and so he goes off and tries to thwart them. But also runs into Hina because she says that this rich girl is her friend, which I don't see how, but she's worried about her. Only for the girl to I guess not care that she showed up, and I'm like, man, you are just a stereotype, aren't you? But we find out that in a phone call, because guess who called? It's Daddy. He's MC Hammer broke now. Ain't it the way?
Yep.
Ain't it the way?
Ain't it the way? I swear there was a Darman episode about this.
Yeah, this episode is pretty much just showing off Hina as a person. Not much happens other than the fact that Uba shows up and there is a confrontation between him and Oz to the point that it'll be said in the next episode. Uva actually loses 4 medals and we finally get a combo. But in this episode, again, not so much other than just the talking and Ankh's investigation of the mysterious organization collecting the core metals and cell metals, but still so far no luck in finding them. But the president has found him, and he's actually like, "Oh, you're taking me up on my offer and using my stuff. That's great. Shut up."
Ankh is given an offer. You will have unlimited access to all of our resources. Unlimited access to all of our resources.
Yep.
What comes at the price of 70% of all the medals you collect from Agreed.
Are we talking just cell metals, or are you also talking core metals? Because I can give you.
I mean, it's clear he's talking about cell metals.
Yeah, because I don't know what you would do with a cell metal other than I don't know, probably just have it. But
research and development into something
maybe,
for her birthday.
Maybe.
And also, AG encounters a human that looks so suspiciously like Malcolm from Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, but in a leather green jacket, like he's Tommy freaking Oliver. It's like, oh, you probably haven't seen me in this form before.
Yeah, I get, yeah. It was Yuba. It was Yuba in his human form. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
But then, I said, I kind of thought Ben 10 with that lime green jacket he's got on. I'm like,
here, have a can of whoop ass. It's grape flavored.
Yeah. But again, that's pretty much how it goes down, because after that, it's another 2-parter that we go into the next episode 6.
Yeah, and at this point, our medal count is... give me one quick second. Yeah, our medal count is went up a little bit because Ankh managed to snag a Kamakiri and a Kuogata medal.
Yeah. Because again, we lose it with the battle that happens in this episode between Yuba and Oz. Which in the next episode, fashion, a contract, and a strong combo. The 6th episode of the Kamen Rider. This is where we finally get the combo of the insect Oz.
Yep. Let's have a nice quick look at this combo real quick from your courteous notes right there. Not gonna lie though, when I saw the promotional posters of this form, I'm not gonna lie, this one was my favorite.
It's a very strong, going back to Ichigo, but also kind of maybe a Kabuto reference, especially with the Kuwaga,
yeah,
the stag beetle type of look, but it is Stag beetle,
with
mantis.
a little bit of Beetleborgs thrown in.
Yeah. It is literally, and I do have the core metals right here. Stagger, mantis, and grasshopper.
Yep.
These
Got them
three,
right here.
I will get the sound going on the belt, so that way when we do get the other combos, it'll happen. I didn't know that I had no juice in these things, so.
Oh, I took the juice out so the battery alkaline doesn't leak.
No, yeah, no, I know, but still. So yeah, it wasn't just this. We also get the egg finally hatch from the apartment, and we finally get this confrontation of a kaiju battle with Ols. But now he has the combo.
Yeah. Kogata, Kankiri, Bata, Gata.
It's a very insect heavy theme, really.
Yeah, and he has a bonus, ability when he uses a full color combo.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, not only can he multiply himself into a swarm, but he's also electrokinetic.
I guess because certain insects, they have discovered that they can generate their own kind of kinetic energy, especially with grasshoppers.
Mm.
You know, it's not really. I mean, I guess it is electricity because electricity runs through our muscles. But apparently, some species of grasshoppers are able to use that to paralyze their prey.
Yeah.
Grasshoppers are omnivores. Just to let you know, they are not just plant eaters. Some grasshoppers actually do go both ways.
Yeah, praying mantises, they're also omnivorous. And if you've ever seen one eat a fly or a butterfly or any other insects, it's crazy. It's like, seriously, a praying mantis in real life is basically the Vegeta of the insect world, where it's like, I gotta fight and fight and fight and fight stronger opponents every time, to the point where like praying mantises straight up go against birds over twice their size.
Yeah, no, they are. Mantises are interesting creatures. They really are. They really, really are.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and it's part of their physiology. It's not even like, oh, I'm a sociopath like a cat, like a household cat. No, it's just a continuous fighting. It's just how they like molt their skin, their flesh, because mantises are nymph insects rather than metamorphic insects. So like instead of going from larva to pupa to adult, it's like they're born as like tiny mantis nymphs, and then they grow bigger and bigger every time they molt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Grasshoppers are also of the same ilk.
Yeah, no, they don't start off as larvae. They start off just as little versions of themselves, and just like spiders and crabs, they molt.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's beautiful but disgusting at the same time.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, play Metroid enough times, you get used to it. But then you play Psycho Dream for the SNES, and then the level 4 boss is like, oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, grasshoppers are actually kind of crazy.
Yeah, grasshoppers are again.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's why it's kind of like, why a grasshopper? Why a freaking spider? They're both creepy, and they're both, things that you wouldn't want to, if they were human size, wouldn't want to run into.
Oh yeah, a rhinoceros beetle can lift anywhere between 4 to 10 times their own body weight.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
imagine that in real life. Imagine if an ant, a rhinoceros beetle, a mantis, what they're able to do. Imagine if
that happened in an episode of Tarzan, the animated series.
Yeah, imagine what they could do in real life. A car, a tank wouldn't be anything to them. They're very durable.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, other than getting the combo in this episode and also the gathering of core metals, because obviously Goto is there in the shadows as always.
Yeah.
Not much actually went down in this episode. I know we got the whole thing about the rich girl, but other than just her giving the final push to breed or to get the greed out, which were a bunch of piranha that
and then learn the error of her ways.
Yeah, she winds up just, accepting the fact that I have to be a productive adult of society and
work at a patissier. Let's hope she's a Virgo.
Yeah. So, I mean, other than that, but yeah, now
one of the main highlights is of this episode is the CGI battle where you have all those AG clones fighting against those piranha yummies.
Yep.
Enjoy this while you can, because while this may be the first time you see Gata Kiriba in the TV show, this is also the penultimate time you see it in the TV show.
Yeah, that's and even if they do, they don't do this like what he did here again. That's the thing. We see Shouta, we see Zagojo, we see Tatadora, and Leo Torachach. We see them more than we see this one, which I always thought
there's a reason for it.
No, I know there's a reason.
It's like if you watch the net videos, those net shorts, the reason.
Mm-hmm.
I'll briefly get into it when we get to episode 28. Well, after we get to episode 28. Or was it episode 38? We'll get into that later. But
yeah.
But it's gonna be a weird thing to go over when we'll be past the point of using the second and final time of using Gata Kiriba, but
but this is possibly the one and only time you're going to be like that.
Dang.
Yeah, and why didn't they use that with the other situation? We'll get there. But that is it. That wraps it up for this review of the 6 episodes and also our very first combo.
Yep. It's been a long time coming, but here we are, 2 hours in. We got all 6 episodes right in, and what an amazing start to this.
Oh my god! I literally. It's good to come back to the Heisei era, and as I said, to the Goldilocks area of the Kamen Rider, because
not too gimmicky, not too many V's and X, but also just gimmicky.
But also it's here we finally. I mean, not to say that Ichigo didn't have a story, but
it was too episodic.
It was too episodic, and it's again, anyone can come in and watch an Ichigo, where at this point now there's a story going on, and it's wait, if you missed one episode, you're wait, what happened? What happened? You had to have someone to fill you in.
Yeah,
and here with the greed and everything, and now with Hina and her brother, it's all you couldn't just walk into this show at any time. You had to start from the beginning. You had to, because it's wait, who's this guy? Who's this guy? Who are these people? It's we're not in Showa anymore. So it is one hell of an intro. As I've always said, I recommended O's to many people, and they ask me, I want to watch a Kamen Rider. Where you can start with O's. I recommend O's.
Yeah.
It's in the middle. It's not a lot. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. And then, from there, you can figure out what it is you like,
Yeah.
So, in this whole saga, I say it's an 8.
Yeah. For me, I would say 9, 10, 8, 9, 10.
The reason why I give it an 8 is because we have just barely started. We're barely, and again, these are just within our reviews, people. The final score is at the end when we get to the wheel, you know. But yeah, so far it's an 8. It's a solid beginning. We have solid characters, you know, both human and it's supernatural. What is the mystery behind O's? What are the greed? What is the Kogami Industries?
Up to
what's the deal with birthday cakes? What is going on with this restaurant?
And I hope we don't see any creepy puppets
yet.
Yeah,
but again, you know, again, the characters are lovely. I love seeing these guys. I love it. So right now, I give it an 8 because it's a solid opening.
I also really enjoyed it because all the characters are very engaging. You know, some characters are not being too serious, while others are not being too goofy. They're pretty well balanced. Even the villains, they show that they're insanely ominous and lethal, but have moments of like comic relief in their own right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it kind of humanizes them to a certain degree, even though there's nothing human about them. But yeah, no, it's like I adore AG. I love Ankh and Hina and Shiryu. I forgot her name already. The captain of the Koskusur. I love how Kogami he's ominous because you don't know his intentions, but he has these moments where he's just really goofy that like really throw you off.
Mm-hmm. He keeps you on your feet, so that is the thing that's what gets you enthralled. It's like what happens next? Well, join us,
and not to go too deep into it, but even in episode 48, he will still keep you on your feet.
Yeah. So it's pretty much stay tuned. If you're watching with us, you know, please, next week, watch the other episodes and find out with us.
Yes. Next week, we'll do another batch of 6 episodes, episodes 7 through 12, before we go on to our first movie. Yep. Hitting the ground running. Yeah. Yep. If you enjoyed, please be sure to comment, like. Oh, wait, hold on. We still got comments. Let's see. Xjer, a new commenter, says, O's is goated. I'm glad the two agree. Yeah. Count the medals. Absolutely.
Yes, of course.
I have 24. And I'm going to keep, 25. But yeah. Does O's have a final form? The answer is yes.
It's debatable within the group of which one it is, though. Though
it's debated amongst the fans.
No, we know.
But Toei is absolute. It's the purple one.
Yeah,
it's the purple one.
I know. Yeah, we know. It's just that again, the fans will debate to hell to high water that it's not. And I'm like,
it's like because of certain arguments certain people make, you could say that Force's base form is his final form for reasons we'll get into later on.
Yep. But he does have a final form, and it's official.
Yes, it is his official final form. So said Wizard. So said Gaim. So said Go. So said 01.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's see. Kamen Rider birthday. I mean, Kamen Rider Birth has a day to himself, so that's good.
He does.
Yeah, he does. He even has a form called birthday form.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which, by the way, like, honestly, most of the fights in Climax Heroes 5, you could win just by, like, playing as Akira Date and just spam the breast cannon. Yeah. Okay. Presto cannon. But we'll get to that in a month from today. So We hope you guys enjoy. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Ding the bell icon. Stay notified for our latest videos. We got 20 subscribers left to reach our milestone of 3,000 subscribers. And once we hit 3,000 subscribers, we will discuss the 30th anniversary of the Power Rangers movie. We love you guys. We love you guys commenting, watching, and saying hi to us in person and whatnot. And we appreciate all the support you give us on Mondays. We got we got Ultraman Omega on Wednesdays. Kamen Rider Gov. We're getting close to the end game here. On Thursdays, number 1 Sentai Go Juger, and on Sundays, Kamen Rider O's. We're going back and forward, and whatnot. And yeah, check out our recent uploaded interviews of Claire Blackwelder from Power Rangers Dino Charge, as well as all 3 VR Troopers. Check out our sister channel, The Buttery Show, where we discuss various movies and TV shows. And we recently uploaded some interviews, including Joel Adams, who did the character designs of King of the Hill. And you can expect at least one more interview to be uploaded sometime this week. Maybe a second one while we're at it. Let's see. And if you want to say hi to us in person, we will be at the Burbank Marriott on September 7th, the day after the debut of Kamen Rider sets, for ToonCon to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the Batman. And of course, if you want to check out our personal content, where can the people find you?
Just on IG. Thank you so much for your comments and your posts, guys.
And you can find me on Instagram at Boken_Kabuto and on Twitch at twitch.tv/BokenKabuto. With all that said, guys, we love you guys. Stay safe, stay hydrated. We hope to see you again real soon. Keep it cool, and remember to count the medals.
2 and 3.
Yeah.